Anybody ever felt like you want to say it but the sound doesn't come out? Yeah? Or you feel like you've got to clear your voice all the time? Or you can't breathe because you're so nervous? Because maybe in your mind you're afraid to speak because you're not allowed to speak? Well, I had to get over that too. I had to get over being afraid and who cares, what my tribe or my group believed about me. I just knew that my message was important and I needed to get it out. The mindset, the message and the voice need to work together in order for us to become powerful communicators. I've been teaching singers and speakers, particularly singers, for the past 20 years, and I've been working with the voice. And every time I have a voice to work on, I wonder who is behind that voice? Who is this person and what are they here to say? And whether you're singing or speaking, we're all here to say something. So can you imagine a time when you can just be free and just communicate naturally from your heart with no barriers and no hesitation and feel completely safe? What would that be like for you? What would you be able to achieve? Yeah? Thinking is, if we were to believe that each one of us has our own unique song, our own message, and that we are entitled to be heard, if we were to believe that, what would that mean? Who would you need to be? So I'm going to take you through some exercises to help you do that. Of speaking, and vowels are the containers or the shapes that the comes through. And what is the? That is the vocal cords closing and letting the air through. Right. So here's the breath. Let's look at our breath. Put your hand on your tummy. Breathe. And now watch the air come out. Right. Do that again. And now. Now, let's close the cords like I showed you before while the air's coming out. So, ah. Ready? Close the cords. Ah. So now the air's coming out. The vocal cords are closing at the bottleneck. So the vocal cords are sitting above the breath. They're closing. Air's coming out. Ah. Right? Now watch if I change my mouth. Because all that's happening, that I'm doing an ah at the moment, right? But really, at the vocal cords, it's just, that's all it is. That's all I've done. Sometimes it's, and sometimes it's, the breathiness. Yeah, and it is like, hey, how you going? Right, so that little vibration has to be translated into a shape in my mouth, which is called a vowel. So everybody does that differently. Now some of those shapes in your mouth are going to help you create great sound, or some of them are going to really create a problem for you. Mm-hmm. And how that shows up is fatigue, huskiness, nodules. Nodules are calluses on vocal cords. I meet a lot of speakers who need to speak, but they cannot do it for too long. They don't have the right voice to carry their message. And so they get somebody else in to do that bit and somebody else to do that bit, and they still don't take it seriously because they don't realise that you can actually completely lose your voice like my father has. My father suddenly a year ago could not speak anymore. So I believe it's very important that we can speak with power and influence, and each one of us has the ability to powerfully influence and impact anybody.